Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Mary Sky Readley's video blog. I'm Mary Sky. I did up to get 9 spreadsheets left. Coffee's poured. And I just sat down and finished recently my newspapers. Now, I know my cousin Dinky, who I'm worried about, was just talking about, kind of sucks my newspaper was delayed. It was delayed because Chloe couldn't get in touch with me. So last night, early this morning, I finished the show Downton Abbey. Good show, by the way. And I decided afterwards to um, to go to sleep. So I went to sleep, and of course, Chloe was trying to call me. She was running late again. And so she turned around and couldn't get in touch with me. So she left, apparently, the post office when I specifically gave her instructions to get stamps. Because I'm running low stamps, I don't have enough stamps. So I got to stretch my next letter out to my cousin Dinky to approximately till Monday, so I can get some new, new stamps, which I use stamps. And people say to me, well, why do you use stamps? Why can't you message her? I prefer the old-fashioned approach of stamps and letters. So I decided to turn around this morning, and I decided to message her. She sent me a picture of me and her together. Love Dinky dearly. And it cheered me up because I've been in a kind of funk, and one of the things I was talking to Dinky in the letter was the fact that I'm having stomach problems. Yeah, it hurts. Doctors claim it's a new version of the coronavirus. Others claim other crap. Me, I don't know what to think anymore. So, it's off and on pain. And so I wrote my cousin Dinky about how I feel at times, like death's at my door, and in pain, and the hospitals, they just don't care. They're just like, oh, you're weird, we don't want to deal with you. So anyways, I got some spreadsheets I'm doing this morning. This is my morning, by the way. And so I asked my cousin Dinky a personal question. I'm not going to share yeah, on YouTube because it's a personal issue. So, I did share in my letter, and I will share it with you guys that my health is declining. Last night, I decided to make some soup. Mind you, got to brush my hair because, there's when I sleep, you get this matting and stuff. I don't know where my current brush is. My brush keeps going missing, apparently. I'll figure it out eventually. So I have 9 spreadsheets to do. I'll figure out where the brush went later, I guess. Anyway, so I wanted to share that with you all. So I had pain last night after eating mushroom soup, and so I figured that the mushroom soup was more likely to blame due to the fact that the pain was coming on from dairy products. So I'm assuming dairy products isn't good. Doctor keeps claiming that my irritable bowel syndrome is flaring up. I don't know anything about it, but still, it scares the piss out of me to no end. So I thought I would share that with you all. So I have some work to do today on the spreadsheets. I'm going to get a few done today, a few done tomorrow. I hope to get them all cleared up by um, Sunday, and then start a new round on Monday. That's the goal. With only 9 to go, we could basically focus on what needs to be done, So, otherwise, like I said, all is well with me on that aspect. I'm just in pain. So, but I'm still alive. So, Pee Wee messaged me. I won't go into details. Apparently, our beloved Pee Wee's, you know, doing well, doing her thing, that she needs to do. Usually, um, doing her favorite travel shows and stuff. Like what do you call it, like swap meet type shows. And to me, I'm happy that she messaged me. I'm just kind of sad that she's not messaged. But yeah, I wrote in my letter to my cousin Dinky, which I haven't mailed yet. Got it mailed on Monday, but I want to let you guys know I'm still having a lot of pain, you know, which is sad, in my opinion, due to the fact that I'm, like I said, trying to get better, and it hurts, you know. So last night, I have to finish the bottle of wine tonight, so I still got a third of a bottle left. My cousin Dinky should be more proud of me for not drinking excessively. I can drink wine like a fish. Chloe was talking today about what I needed at the store, and I said to her, trying to teach her, buy only what's needed. So she bought paper towels. She did go and talk to the grocery store. I got to tell you the story about this. Grocery store manager called me, and I said to them, what in the heck is going on with price of mayonnaise being $10? They said, oh, price went up. I said, well, I can get the same mayonnaise on Amazon for $4 with free shipping. They said, go through Amazon. We're not lowering a price because you can get it cheaper. To me, I thought that was bloody bullshit. Also, there's some other crap. So, anyways, so basically what's happened, like I said, I'm not going to share with you, what my cousin Tinky told me on Discord is private, but I love and I respect her. But like I said, with me, I'm having some stomach problems, and some are talking it's cancerous. Others are talking it is a flare up of IBS, which could be. No one knows what's going on, but pain comes and goes. So I could be safe for 2 days and then do something and then have pain. There's my brush. So yeah, anywho, like I said to you all, I'm not going to go into details with Dinky. She wins, but I did share with you all today that I'm in severe pain in my stomach. And, I think it has to do with the trigger of milk product, possibly. Because as soon as my stomach settled down last night with the glass of wine I had, I slept like a baby. So I didn't answer the phone. I didn't hear the phone ring, or the Google Voice ring, nothing. When I woke up this morning, I got out of bed. I made a joke with Dinky, that Dinky's nicknamed Chloe the Gopher. I said Gopher didn't bring me my newspapers, which, by the way, has been interesting because they're recycling the same articles from yesterday. So I guess there's not really much real news coming down the pipe right now, which really sucks. I saw an article about new laws being passed in Texas. Thought that was cool. Other things passed. Thought that was cool. I mean the news article. I don't think the law was cool, but it's not my business to challenge the government or state governments for that matter. To me, I'm neutral, but you get the idea. So, anyways, so I thought I would share that with you all. You know, I wanted to share. I wanted to write to my cousin Corey about my pain because maybe him. See, one of the things I wrote to my cousin Dinky was, "What do I do?" I mean, I got a doctor's appointment in 2 weeks with someone on the island willing to look at me because my primary care physician can't get anywhere on the island's specialists. She sent every week. She's been sending referrals to specialists, and they're not calling me. And when I call, they say, "Oh, we have it, but you're waiting." Like in the specialist I was supposed to see, it was August of 2021. It's now May of 2022. So you do the math. It basically doesn't make sense. And a lot of people are really pissed off about that. A lot of people are saying, well, is it cancer? Is it, I had polyps. I had non-benign polyps about 15 years ago. I don't talk about this, but I thought I would share with you all this because, people are concerned because if I never show up on YouTube or letters get mailed or whatever, I've already given instructions for my family to be informed if something happens to me by the coroner's office or the sheriff, but I'm hoping nothing happens. I'm more, worried about my health right now. And so I have a doctor's appointment coming up on I don't know what day. I was looking for the paperwork. Chloe made the appointment. She's concerned with my health. Even though she can become a royal bitch, she's basically worried about me falling over. She also wants to go off island soon to take the inter island ferry to get some pipe tobacco. Apparently, that's the only place you can get it is off island. Apparently, the brands that I smoked isn't available. That was something that was the brands I smoked's not good. And so anyways, I thought I would share that with you all, because she wants to do that. My neighbor messaged me this morning apologizing for not messaging me much because she's busy, but I asked her about the new letter, which my cousin Dinky, if she was watching yesterday's video, which I highly doubt, we got a notice yesterday. Chloe put my newspapers in my place, so when I woke up, she flipped the switch to the coffee pot, as you all know, yesterday's video, and I sat down to read the paper. And then I complained about what's going on in the war of Ukraine. Now, I think Rand Paul might be a good guy from Kentucky right now, not because he's Republican, but because he's literally challenging the government on $40 billion, for it was in the paper today. I thought, you know what, this guy basically should get some minor medal just because he's basically thinking about the taxpayers. I mean, like I said, the taxpayers, like my cousin Dinky and her family and everyone else, they're basically paying out of their own tax dollars for a war that's not ours, And then they're saying, well, the the report says that the economy is down the toilet because of the war. Well, if we just get rid of the freaking money we're paying. I mean, last night, I got to tell you a story. Okay, so last night I was talking to my father-in-law, Poppy, and we went round and round and round. I know sometimes I think Dinky cheers up sometimes about the arguments with Poppy because, we both think he's somewhat of an idiot. And he was basically saying, well, he doesn't mind if he has to pay $30 a gallon for gas as long as we liberate Ukraine. And I said, look, we've spent over $100 billion. That's 1/10 of $1 trillion for Ukraine. The taxpayers are fitting. He said, so? I said, we could dump it into food stamps. We can dump it into programs. We can dump it into other things to support our country. We can help the farmers so we can reduce food pricing. I mean, if mayonnaise is fucking $10 on this island, you can order it for $4 on Amazon. I'm going through Amazon for mayonnaise. Of course, I wouldn't trust Amazon to leave it in a hot sun on the tarmac, and then I get uh, that mayonnaise poisoning, that my mom always worried about. That's why she always put butter in my sandwiches, butter and ham. It was more healthier than mayonnaise. But I'm telling you, let me just show you on the video here, okay? Right here. Now I know my cousin Corey, you'd be like, "What the fuck?" But this is a 30-ounce jar of mayonnaise. Okay, I thought it was 15-ounce. 30-ounce jar, right here. $10. $10 for a jar of mayonnaise. I was literally flipping my lid at the price of mayonnaise. When that guy called me and says, there's an egg shortage. Well, I read that in the newspaper. You don't think I just don't take the newspaper with me when I go take a Duke? I mean, literally, the newspaper keeps me updated without me turning on a TV for it. I would rather use my TV time for television shows. Now that Downton Abbey is done, I'm screwed with other things, so it's basically a tit for tat type thing, and to me, I'm like, I'm starting to dislike this Windows 10 thing that they did. You guys are probably wondering, it's basically what the Windows 10 thing is you go up to they got like they updated Windows 10 so it automatically tells you the weather where you're at, which personally I think freaking sucks donkey dicks, but you know to me it sucks. But anyways, let's get down to business, right? So anyways, you try to highlight something to check on something, and it opens up something else, and then it shows you the news and everything else. It's like I'm not interested in digital news. I'm interested in physical news because the physical news, even though it's yesterday's news, is still more interesting than today's news. Because I'm tired of what's going on in the world. Because I'm not saying I'm tired of reading newspapers. I actually find the newspaper to be relaxing. And so that's one thing that this morning Chloe forgot to do is get my newspapers. She went to the post office, called me up, and I didn't answer, so she came home. And when I woke up, being a woman that I am, I'm always polite. My cousin Dinky knows this, and I said, hey, where's my newspaper? She says, yeah, I'll go get it. Well, when Chloe went out, she came back with 4 rolls of paper towels. I'm trying to teach her to purchase only what's needed. That keeps more money in the pocket because I can't pay a bill. Then, I got to wait till Monday. So, I have to write it down on paper. I got a notebook. So tonight I said to her, look, when you're out, can you at least pick me up 1 can of family-sized chicken noodle soup? Doctor wants me to try chicken noodle soup. I haven't tried it in years. I was like, fine, So Chloe's like, I'll get the dishes done soon. 1 spreadsheet done, by the way, 8 to go. And so I basically decided after the mushroom soup debacle that I will try to see if my stomach can handle more of a roll with mushroom soup. I'm hoping the mushroom soup will calm my stomach and not me being in pain. That's one of the things that I didn't tell Dinky in the letter that I do it because I do it by date. So say I write 4 pages, then I stop. I give her my thoughts. I ask her questions. Like last night, I was in pain so much. I told her I feel like death's knocking on my door. Literally death, and it hurt me. It hurt me to literally think, that she might think I'm like, going to end my life or something. And it's not that. It was just, I felt like I was dying because the pain was just too much, and, the only thing that finally settled my stomach was a bottle of wine, and the wine was good, or partial wine. I'm still drinking it, but you know what I mean. I just wrote her saying, I'm in pain. And my pain is right around here. That's the real problem is I'm around here. And so I'm in severe pain. And that pain is hurting me to no end. So I'm trying to finish this bottle of wine, which is actually, it looks like it's half a bottle of wine now. And I gotta have leftover steak and shrimp. The steak wasn't bad. It didn't give me any problems. Now every time I empty and go duking, I'm basically turning around and leaving heavy hard logs at the bottom of the toilet. So we know I'm fine. I haven't had diarrhea, so it's stomach pain, which, like I said, the doctors are claiming it's another version of the coronavirus, or it's another version of IBS, irritable bowel syndrome flare up, which I don't like talking about IBS that much, but you get the idea. I'm just basically sick. My health is going down the toilet, and I don't usually talk about my own pain. People sit there and say, "Oh, you must be a great woman, and you're awesome." And I don't talk about pain. I basically, I mean, it was like this. I was looking at a transgendered woman, supposedly, and I was watching a video on YouTube, and Chloe's one of those. If Chloe's got something to say, Chloe will go and track him down on YouTube, or not YouTube, Instagram, and basically say it. Well, this person sounded male, and they're talking about how, oh, they're so happy they had the testicles removed, and yada yada yada, and and all this stuff. And to me, I was like, I don't even want to think about it. My motto is just, I had to put them on a timeout so I don't have to literally listen to them talking about whatever. I had a lady the other day, transgendered woman that Poppy knows. Funny story, by the way, who turned around, who turned around and messaged me about wanting, you ready for this? Wanting help on all their surgeries, and how the state of Ohio is discriminating against them. Well, I'm sorry to say, that's your state you live in. If you're not going to leave to another state, I ain't helping. They think they can fight it, but it's going by the state level. You can't fight state law. The state law basically, there's reasons for it. I mean, look, our country's divided. So what? You think I give two shits? No. Thing is, I don't care. What I care about is listening to these hill jacks complain. Oh well, I live in Ohio. We're supposed to be a liberal state and senate. I don't care. What I care about is waking up every morning and writing my letters to my family and saying, "Hey, what do I do?" I mean, I'm in pain. I got a doctor's appointment coming up you know, in a couple weeks, which is probably somewhere on the table here. I'm working on spreadsheet two, by the way. First one was kind of big. Second one is, but anyways, let's just show you. Somehow, somewhere around here, I got a notice on the notebook somewhere about my pain. I mean, literally, there's like a note somewhere here talking about, is this it? No, guess this isn't it. This is the doctor's office for. I mean, I might have to make some time in the morning and make a phone call to the doctor's office just to make sure I have um, the appointment time, because I'm in pain. I'm literally in pain. And it hurts me. I mean, it literally hurts me. No one knows how much pain I'm in. Did I do it playing 18 hours plus a day? I mean, my cousin Dinky made a joke today. At least you're not playing those damn video games. I do play my games, but offline. But I've been watching TV show. I just finished Downton Abbey. And the movies are done too. So now I'm off to Rain or something else that's funny. But you get the idea. I'm in so much severe pain. So, I mean, literally, I got to wait till what, May 26th or something to see a doctor. So, I'm telling you guys this now, 2 weeks from now, I got to see a doctor. And, my primary care physician thinks I should go out to Wenatchee, which is 200 miles away, to go see a doctor. Take the train, connect to Seattle, get in at like 9 o'clock at night if the train's running on schedule. And then what? I mean, literally, I wanted to take a train from Mount Vernon to Seattle, Seattle to Chicago, and Chicago to Texas, just because I want to see my family. And yet, they're claiming it's either irritable bowel syndrome, which, by the way, one doctor was telling me the other day on the video, it could be Crohn's, but, You don't get Crohn's at 44 years old. That's the thing. I mean, I can message a friend of mine, Tara J, and ask about the age difference with Crohn's, but Tara J and I, we don't speak, so I'm not bothering with Tara J. But thing is they're telling me my stomach is giving me trouble. So what is it? Colon? Is it non-benign polyps? Is it cancer? Is it IBS? I mean, I had soup last night, Right now I use milk in my coffee. They're trying to tell me to let the coffee cool and drink it straight up black. And that is something that really bothers me to no end, is what to do. So, I thought about toying up the idea next week to email Corey just to let him know I'm okay. But at the same time, I'm hurting, And on top of all this, as Dinky probably doesn't know, like I said, we got an inspection coming. So Chloe's been busting her ass off in her room, in the bathroom, in the hallway while I'm sleeping. She's done everything. My office could be done in 20 minutes. The kitchen could be done in an hour. So she's busting her ass, wiping down everything, re-wiping down everything, cleaning everything. Worried because yesterday night when she basically presented me my newspapers, the gopher, she turned around and literally gave me the notice about the inspection, which was the same writing, which I talked to a lawyer who basically said this was the writing in January when the manager tried to come in here to size us up. And now we're being sized up again for whatever reason. So Chloe's panicked and busting her ass off, which means I got to get her a present finally because she deserves it for what she's doing, So, And so, sorry I'm answering my cousin real quick. So what I can understand why my cousin's said what she said. It's one of those royal family matters. I call our family royalty. That doesn't need to be seeked out. This is like too personal, and I know where she's going with this, and I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But I do love my cousin Dinky, and I finally told Dinky, since I'm online anyways, that my problem is my pain. My stomach's hurting so much, and no one knows what the freaking reason is. They say it's cancers and non-benign polyps or whatever. I mean, the doctor thinks it's irritable bowel syndrome. Have diarrhea sometimes, feel constipated and other times, and she says it's stress. And I'm like, well, how is it stress? I mean, literally, what am I stressing for? I mean, literally, am I stressing over Chloe? I mean, literally, I write a list down and I don't worry, I'm watching TV. If that's stressful, there's a problem in the world because I don't see myself that stressful. The doctor says I am due to the fact that Chloe's stressing me out, worrying me about flaring up her BPD or borderline personality disorder. And to me, I'm like, you know what? It's fine. She hasn't flared up lately because I've been basically reading my newspaper, And to me, it's sad, It's sad that we live in a world where pretty much things happen, And to me, I just love, my family. But, they needed to know. So last night I wrote a long thing telling Dinky how I truly feel about my pain. Felt like the Grim Reaper was coming. I mean, literally, good old Grim Reaper coming, or something else, I mean, when the doctors tell you to drink black coffee, and then they tell me outright that, I can try black coffee if it's the cream or the milk, right? Fortunately, then they turn around and say, well, IBS has a problem with caffeine. Don't drink caffeinated sodas. Don't drink caffeinated soda. Don't drink anything with bubbles. Don't eat anything with high in sugars. I mean, literally, these people, tried to send me to a dietitian, and the dietitian wanted $900. I mean, literally. I mean, it's not good. It literally does not is not good. I mean, to me, it's not good as all. To me, it's I want to share with you, because a lot of people say, oh, you must live a great life, and you live a great life, and you can live a great life, and I don't live a great life. The thing is, people get sick, and I got sick. And, people sit there and say, I saw, talking about ulcers. The doctor said my ulcers could be flaring up, part of IBS. The problem is, if I had an ulcer that exploded, I would have uncontrollable blood coming out of my mouth, and that would, I'm scared. Literally, I'm scared, No one's telling me anything, And then this new doctor, they want access to this, and I don't trust them. I don't literally trust these doctors. That's the thing. These doctors turn around and they can't, I mean, that's how I feel. I feel like these doctors, they don't know diddly squat. I love them. I love all people, but these doctors don't know anything. I mean, literally, or they don't want to know anything, or they just don't want to give a damn. And, they want to know every personal detail of your life, and that's why I don't see doctors. Doctor turns around, says, are you sexually active? No. Are you a boozer? No. Uh, do you do tobacco? None of your damn business. Do you own a gun? Well, fuck you. I mean, literally, the way it is doctors are getting too damn to privacy, and I'm tired of doctors asking fucking questions. Just fucking fix the problem, get along with it. I mean, literally. So, Chloe's got a 2-hour window for dishes, so hopefully she can get the dishes done soon so we can start our meal tonight. I got to figure out what to watch TV wise. That's something I'm still toying with the idea of, you know. I'm always looking at other options, but I always think about, you know, other things. But yeah, I mean, I just don't. Doctor breaks into my medical files in Oregon through a computer program, puts everything in there, and then basically claims other things. And then she freaking moves out afterwards. They fire her and they say, "Oh, it won't happen again." And yet, these idiots don't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't want these idiots controlling everything either. Oh, do you own a gun? No. Or not your damn business. To me, it's not fair. And that's something that hurts me to know it's not fair. These people turn around and they're always bitching about things. Oh, we can't do this. You know what? Their job is to take care of me and fix me and not question, if it is cancer, they should just not beat around the bush. But instead, them, oh, we're going to beat around the bush because we can. I mean, my primary care physician keeps sending referrals to their specialist, and their specialist doesn't want to deal with it. And it's sad. It is sad to no end. And you know, it's sad. And so I don't have any faith in the medical system. It's like, you know, the taxpayers, no offense to my cousin Corey or cousin Dinky, but they pay for my health care. Sorry to say. And because they pay for my health care, and you and everyone else around here, no offense, I'm not getting the health care. They see me and they're like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. You're an alcoholic. Or, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. It's nothing. I mean, literally, oh, I can't even get blood. I've been needing blood work for 3 years. They get checked for diabetes. Could be possible diabetes. I mean, Dinky, not Dinky, Pee Wee knew I had some problems with my legs. And my legs are still kind of, the way it is. And so, you know, my legs, they got these like little wounds on it, like bite marks. But we don't have bed bugs. We don't have this. We don't have that. So I would love to say something, but I'm keeping my mouth shut. You know, I would like to know what's going on, but like I said to my cousin Binky, she wins. I'm not going to sit there and challenge a woman. However, I'm hoping that she would take some time to write me, or at least message me, on what her opinion is about the stomach pain. Because at times it's unbearable. And that's something that, I want to share with you. It's literally blatantly unbearable. People say to me, "Oh yeah, it's not that bad. You must be living high off the hog." No, I don't. I'm trying to teach Chloe a valuable lesson because if I go, which probably be before cousin Dinky and cousin Corey, then not Tara. Chloe needs the art of learning how to finance and manage on what she has, and that's what I'm trying to teach her. You know, and she shouldn't be falling back on me, to buy things when she wants. Yeah, if she wants to wear sandals in the daytime or wear spring and summer, fine and dandy with me. I don't care. I just want Chloe to realize that I'm not going to be around forever. And if she's going to be loafing around here, she might as well do something, with her life and manage. Because once I'm gone, that's it. I'm scared. I don't talk about being scared, but I do get scared. I'm scared for my family. I'm scared for myself because, you don't know when you're going to go. Hubby, we didn't know he went. He just kicked the bucket. All because of a heart attack. And yet, it hurts me to no end. So I have 6 spreadsheets left to do for by Sunday. Making progress today. These are the large ones, so it takes a little longer. People say, "Oh, well, I have it marked because some of them haven't been done since November." So the big cheese one gets done soon, Sunday. I'm hoping to get some stuff done tonight. And as I told Dinky in her letter, which I love dearly, Dinky, everyone knows I love her dearly and I worry about her, is that that I hope to get some type of letter back from her or message about what to do. I mean, literally, I don't talk about my health that much, but when I do, some people listen, and people are literally worried about me. You know, I love my family dearly. They mean the world to me, and for me to come here, every day, and do a little bit of YouTubing while working is is great because to me, I'm here to tell you, how I'm feeling. I'm not here to say, oh well, life sucks or whatever. You know, it's I'm here to tell you, I'm alive and well, but I'm in pain. And my family, I worry about them all the time. And, you know, my cousin Dinky, she means the world to me. And, you know, I do things, like in my journal. I don't literally put in my diary journal about me running my treadmill twice a day or taking a shower afterwards. I think that's not important. What's important is what's on my mind, what I'm doing. And I'm getting to the point where, am I supposed to stand around and write in my journal? Like, today I went and took a Duke. Yeah, but am I supposed to say I sat down every day and read the newspaper? It might be fine, but you know my journal's also to talk about another spreadsheet done, so that leaves 5 left to do till Friday. So basically, my story is for Dinky, if she ever wanted to have a retirement, to put my journals into a book that tells you how I handled someone with borderline personality, what being who I am, how I had to tackle a lot of different things, including discrimination. Yeah, people ask me all the time, as Dinky knows, what type of bird is in that cage? It's not a bird, it's bunny. He's like the little cutest little bunny the other day. So the other day, I don't know if I told you guys this. The other day, I pulled him out. Moppy was in Chloe's room, and I had him on my thing, right above my belly button or below. He's doing his thing with his paws, and on my shirt, and also bunnies have 2 teeth. So when they pinch, it felt like I got pinched. I checked, made sure my shirt didn't have a hole in it, didn't, but he literally pinched through the cloth and pinched my own, and it was like ouchie, ouchie, and to me it hurts. People sit there and say, oh, well, bunnies aren't supposed to do that. And it's like, I take care of my bun. I literally take good care of my bun, and, you know, look how cute he is. His cage needs to be cleaned soon, too. That's a weekend thing. But my thing is, currently, today, like I said, Chloe turned around and came back with, I wanted soup. Oh, and she picked up coffee. Apparently, we're running low on Italian roast. I hinted at the other day when she was down by Dave's, Dinky's been and met Dave, that I asked her to swing by and see Irene. Dinky's met Irene's workers when they were visiting. That's the coffee shop. And lo and behold, Chloe decided today that it would be cheaper, which, by the way, not cheaper anymore, apparently. Coffee price went up. So she picked me up another can of espresso Italian roast. Apparently, she opened the can this morning. Let me see in here. We go through about 2 cans of this a month. It's basically ground to espresso machine, but I'm telling you, it's like one of the best coffees out there besides Irene's. And so we have the coffee that I drink is the espresso roast. And so because of it, I find the coffee to be pretty tasty. Let me see. 9 spreadsheets. Okay, 5 to go. Yeah, I was just checking my numbers. I want to get some done so I don't have to worry about it all. Let's see, that's the big one. Okay. Okay, so we got 2 large ones, and the rest I think are small enough. So, but I wanted to share that with y'all, because I mean, literally, like people say, oh, are you okay? And it's like, no, I'm not. I'm in pain. I mean, I love my family dearly, and my family means the world to me. And I just don't want to end up in the emergency room and having the doctors calling Corey and Dinky and telling them, oh, yeah, something happened to me. I mean, I want to get help. I've been fighting this for 2 years. And, I mean, it's like I've been trying to get glasses and the glass doctor won't get back to me. I mean, it's either they don't like service dogs or they're just basically being complete ass wipes. I mean, no one literally knows. And yet, my glasses are almost 3 years old and I need new glasses. I've been offered to pay them out of my own pocket and they said no. It's like the vet bill this month. The vet emailed me saying when's payment being made because we owed $80, and I said soon. Well, Chloe went in there yesterday, and when she went out, and she got the you know, so it is what it is. So I don't hold Chloe, on that aspect, but Chloe's one of those that she You know, after a certain time, she decides to go play games because she can't clean. I mean, she could basically drum up all the cleaning, clean the bathroom. She likes to be up between 6 and 9. Well, I don't know what time she got up today because I was asleep before 9. I was exhausted. And as everyone knows, the wine helps me control my snoozy. So to me, it was just pretty damn funny. And to me, I thought it was awesome. You know, and I mean, it was awesome for me, and I wanted to share that with you all because the reason people say to me, oh well, how do you deal with Chloe with her borderline? Simple. I've made some boundaries, all right, and that's the thing that I don't talk about. Therapist turned around that I had doesn't realize, I told my advocate that I've been sick. I mean, if she basically watched my YouTube channel, she'd understand I'm having severe stomach problems. And I'd like to get to the bottom. The doctor tells me you got to give up dip, I'll give up dip. But in the meantime, I got to do something. So I'm basically just living life every day. Oh, and I'm heavily mounted in gas too, by the way. You hear that? You hear that, everyone? You hear that? Not about gas. It's about, as Pee Wee would say, baby. He's rummaging around with his bowl. Hey, baby. His nose is twitching. He's like, so I told Dinky outright, and Pee Wee, I'm online live again. Pee Wee keeps saying crap. I miss, Pee Wee's got a life. That's the thing. Pee Wee doesn't need to tune into my things, unless she's curious about how my health's doing. And, yesterday's video was really interesting because at the end of the spreadsheet time, I sat down with you all with a heart to heart about taxpayers. And, Dinky doesn't know that I'm furious. I'm fed up. I'm literally fed up with taxpayers. I have a feeling I know what's going on with Dinky, but I'm not going to say. My thing is if it has to do with anything about the country, then yeah, I can understand because everyone around is pissed off about what's going on. One side saying you take away Roe versus Wade, you're taking away same-sex marriages, you're taking away sex change, you're taking away schooling, you're taking away this, and then you got the other side saying, no, we need to vote them all out. And the way it looks is they're mounting a big campaign to defend and defeat the Republicans so they can keep the House and Senate due to the fact, I told this to Corey and Dinky a while ago, that I have the outcome already from God. So unless God gives me a new vision, the vision is, I'm not going to say because, it's just like me. I've been silent on that. Chloe even asked me, Poppy asks me all the time, well, what's the outcome? Can't tell you. God can change it at a moment's notice with a snap of his finger. Now, a lot of people, like my sister Teddy Bear, um, which reminds me, I think Teddy messaged me the other day asking about phone time. I think we were arguing about when we were going to meet up because, that's the other thing. I told my cousin Dinky the other day that, and I think it was Corey, that I'm willing, which Dinky knows this, and I have it in my shopping cart. I'm just waiting for them. I'm also waiting for Aunt Aya's reply. Because, I'm paying $90 right now. I cut out two services that I'm not using for streaming services. And I told them that I was willing to give them access to my streaming services because I give the gift that keeps on giving month in and month out. My neighbor, of course, has it, so she messaged me today, and one of the updates was, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy," and she's Jehovah's Witness, and I finally said, "Look, I needed a favor, and when sometimes she messaged back like today, "Oh, you need a can of dip? You ran out of money?" No. Because I don't ask the neighbor for anything, but I asked her today because I'm paying for a streaming service. She's got 3 services that I'm paying, and she and I were talking about um, the letter. And you guys could sit there and say, "What letter?" The letter was the letter to um, the inspection. Give me 1 second. Got to use the bathroom. I'll continue this. Another spreadsheet down. That leaves us 4 left. 2 large ones. I need to check on the other 2. I think the other 2 are smaller, which means that leaves me with 2 tomorrow. And then we are good to go for Sunday's new rebirth of more, which, by the way, closed one of the food banks soon. So, 4 spreadsheets left for this week. Okay, I'm back, everyone. So basically, I'm going to finish the 2 spreadsheets I think that's available. I'm going to look them over, and then I'll go from there. I know which 2 are large, so the smaller ones will be easier to get, and then I'll go from there. However, like I said, my health is not that good. So, and I need to call Chris too, but not tonight. It's too late for calling Chris because Chris is, So my cousin Dinky did say that I have a bad habit of quote unquote talking about personal issues. Well, that might be, but my thing is I have to speak my mind. And I'm not going to let someone take away my freedom of speech. But if it's secrets she wants me to keep, that I can do. My problem is I'm very sick, health wise. And so let's look at the last 2 spreadsheets and go from there because I want to get to do something. Hey Higgins, yeah, I've been meaning to call you back, man. You're still up at this time of night? Let me guess. You're watching your you're watching your YouTube, I guess. Or is it you're doing your surveys? Yes, taking surveys. No, I'm not happy. I have a Roku Express. I don't have Roku Stick. I don't like Roku Stick. I think Roku Express is better than a Roku Stick. So to me, the Roku Express has its own power plug. Knitting a sweater. Yeah, you would be knitting a sweater. So let me just check on my spreadsheets. Yeah, I was happy to know that you're watching tonight. Told my cousin Dinky was going online. I was talking about things. Let's see, this one's big. Okay, here we go. So we got this one. Wait a minute. And okay. So apparently, if I'm reading this correctly, I'll count it out after this last spreadsheet. Apparently, there's only 2 left after this. So apparently, I've been, so knitting a sweater. Yeah, figures you would be doing that. So, like I said to you all, I have Roku Expresses in the shopping cart for Dinky and Corey and for Aunt I and Uncle Steve. Fortunately, they hasn't wrote me about that. That's why it's in my shopping cart. I wanted to buy them and gift them for them because I love them dearly. And if I can give the gift that keeps on giving yearly, I would. I would have done that for Higgins, but the thing is I trust Higgins dearly. I just don't want to give my password out to outside the family. Hell, I have a hard time at times with Chloe and passwords. You know. No offense to Chloe. She means well, I guess. And don't let her hear it because she just went outside. Her head would get bigger than a balloon if she knew what I said. So, continue down the path of what needs to be done, And then I will count what's going on. I will count out the spreadsheets and then I will waddle down the road. And that'll be that, Okay, so. And then I will do another spreadsheet set tomorrow, which is the last two. And maybe I'll start these smaller ones again and get them done. Because once they're done, I can do some other stuff. And this has been done since November, which, I'm surprised Cousin Dinky didn't say, holy crap, I mean, literally it is what it is. I've just been sick, and my health is, I think, getting to be more important than, other things. And so, the other thing I wanted to share with you, a lot of people ask me, about my mental health, and it isn't good either. I mean, having someone tell me what I can and can't do is really starting to piss me off, and that is why I wanted to share that with you. Because, I just don't like people sitting there, tell me, oh, you got to do this. Now, when it comes to me, giving advice to Higgins on the phone, yes, I tell him to get to it on certain issues, which is like issues that, private issues. People know I'm trying to help him get on Social Security disability. And because of that, I keep telling him if you want to make something move faster, you got to do it yourself, And that's the only thing I tell old Higgins boy knows that. But you know what? We all get sidetracked, we're only human. And Higgins and I, we always joke about that anyways. We're only human. This is cool. I wonder how much a new one of those cost. Probably more money than I'll see. Yep. Figures. Yeah, just had to look, Higgins. Anyways. So I got 3 entries left in this spreadsheet. So I will save and then add the last 3 entries and then count the last spreadsheets around. You guys want to change your names? Come on, dude. That's not cool. That is not cool at all. I'm about to finish. Hold on. My cousin Dinky messaged me, so I got to answer this. So my cousin asked me, I will share this with you. Am I taking Tums? I'm taking something that's like Tums, but it works 24 hours. Right here. And then she asked me about, have I seen a doctor? No, that's what I was trying to tell my cousin Dinky, is I assume she's watching my videos. So like I said, let me just reiterate again. The doctor in Moses Lake, where I used to live, has referred me to specialists out here to get a upper and lower GI done to make sure I don't have any cancerous polyps. Fortunately, the clinic here doesn't want to deal with me. They claim because the doctor sent it out of clinic referral that they don't have to answer it. Same with blood work. So unless I find a specialist that does certain things in this clinic, they won't help me. And because the referral is sent weekly, and the only referral I got was sent weekly, and those weekly referrals were turned around and told me outright that I can't, quote unquote, uh, see a specialist. The specialist keeps putting it back, blaming the coronavirus. Oh, well, it was like August of 2021 when I was supposed to see the doctor. And, it's already May of 2022. So you do the math. 12 months from now. The referral was sent in like April of 2021 or something, March 2021. I was waiting. I told Dinky when she came out the first time, we used the hot tub at the hotel. I don't think she remembered that the doctor was saying I was going to be seen in August, and they keep pushing it back. Then they have my number, then they get it updated, then they don't call me, and then I call them, and then they say, oh, it's been pushed back to December of 2022, and then April 2023. It's like they're literally trying to kill me. So, that's something I wanted to share with you all. So let's see how many spreadsheets are left after these two entries. So that's something I want to share with you, and to me, I'm just, she thinks it could be ulcers, but the thing is I've cut out my intake of alcohol. Now they want to tell me I got to drink black coffee, and then if the coffee's problematic, then get rid of the coffee altogether. It's like, what am I supposed to drink? Tea? I mean, literally, these idiots are telling me what I can and can't do. It's like jokingly telling Cousin Corey and Cousin Dinky that you have severe health problems, and booze is just going to flare up everything. So cut out booze. To me, I'm like, you know what? They shouldn't be telling us what we can and can't do. Next, they'll be saying, if you're packing heat, you're getting sick from lead poisoning by carrying lead with you. I mean, these idiots don't know jack diddly shit. And that's what upsets me the most. You sit there and you listen to these hill-jacking son of a bitches, and they don't know what they're talking about. And then people say, oh, you need to trust the doctors. Let me put it this way. A friend of mine who I've been working with has been waiting for help from a doctor and sending documents to the state level for help. The doctors ain't doing it. It's like they don't want to get someone on for help that needs it. It's like they want to see someone fail because these doctors are greedy, Okay, so let me see how many spreadsheets are left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spreadsheets. So was it 8 that I missed? Look. 1? So if there's 6, that would mean 3 left. I only see 1 so far. Okay, so 2. All right, so I know exactly which ones need to be done, and I'm going to do this one while I talk to you because that would lead me to for tomorrow, which is not doing too bad. But as you all know, I'm trying to speed this up so I can actually get to other things, which someone thinks my life is boring due to the fact that I'm literally watching TV, Yeah. So let's just do this last spreadsheet for today, and I will continue to talk about, like I said, my health's going down the toilet, and my family, they were just like, oh, are you taking meds? Yeah, but like I said, the doctors don't give a shit. You go into a place that's owned by Catholics, they want to say, oh, we don't have to help you because it's against our religion. And then my cousin Dinky, I love her dearly. I think she supports these extra freedoms, but at what cost? What if what if supposedly the Catholic Church bought up all the hospital techs and Dinky was sick one day, hypothetically, and goes in there for, say, something, and they look at her haircut thinking she's a butch bull-like lesbian or something, right? And all of a sudden they turn her away. I mean, this is the discrimination I'm facing literally every freaking day when I call the clinics and hospital. In Moses Lake, they didn't discriminate against me. They basically did their job. Doctor looked at me and says, okay. I mean, I was bleeding once out of my butthole. The doctor did a cavity check and says, yeah, you don't have a prostate, but literally, I mean, that's what it was. He was just like, yeah, well, we'll get you better, my lady, and you'll be on your way,
All right.
Yeah, okay, Higgins. Anyways, I got one spreadsheet left, like I said. Chloe's going to have to get her dishes done, and we're going to sit down for dinner, which is leftover steak and shrimp. And the shrimp's fresh. So, Or she can do it now while I'm working on stuff and not giving a damn. It's just no one cares, because she's even if she's in the video, she's doing her job because that's what she's getting paid for. She's literally getting paid to keep this place clean. She knows I can't do it. My stomach hurts so much. So, and besides that, I made her a deal anyways when it comes to me getting the accounting up to speed. So once the accounting's done, You want to say hello, Chloe, to everyone on the audience or not?
Hi, everyone.
And Aunt Tara's watching this, I think, so let's just do this. Come here, Grumpo. Come here, Grumpo. Hello, everyone. My name is Moppy. Today we're at the Moppy Show, and today we're going to be talking about Moppy stuff, like how I haven't had a food snacks in a while. Hold on, watch this, everyone. Watch this. Hey, bitch. Where's my snacks? You haven't paid me in a long time.
All right, I'll get you some snacks.
Does he deserve them?
He does.
Aunt Terrace would say I did. But what about that last thing recently when you had an accident, huh? And Chloe stepped in it.
Well, I'm over it.
And see, every time something happens, like I have a little accident, and Mommy Rita cleans it up or Chloe cleans it up, they punish me. They add on 3 weeks at a time for no snacks. They claim there's a money problem in this country. Just like baby formula, there's a dog snack problem, she claims. But anytime she goes out to the pet store, she always comes back with a bag of bunny food for Hoffenpfeffer. Yeah, that's my nickname for him, Hoffenpfeffer. Anyways, I better get down so Mommy can get her work done. And then I can do some other stuff. Yeah. Hey, bitch, when's my steak and shrimp meal I get? Yeah.
Soon.
Floppy, how are you rude to Chloe? Simple, I can. Yeah. Well, you get down. Aunt Tara doesn't want to see a dog swearing. Yeah. Tea is better mixed with honey, actually, if you get technical. But, you can use milk, too. But milk's giving you a lot of problems. There's problems, So, like I said, everyone, I still got to figure out what to watch TV-wise. So, my letter I got to work on is going to be, sooner or later, I got to do my letter. I did finish Downton Abbey. Good show, by the way. So apparently there's only 2 left once I get done with this one, which is great. So let's do a pinch. And, I'll talk to you guys about TV, So, did I ever tell you guys the story about this backpack? I got to show you something, okay? This is too funny. So, the other day, right? So the other day, I see this backpack, right? Doesn't even give us this. See, let me show you this, right? So this backpack's here, right? And then they want me to subscribe, right? And then they give me this the backpack, right? There's this backpack, and then there's this little knife, right? Well, let me just show you the joke, okay? I don't know if Dinky's walking or not, but let me just show you the joke. So I just subscribed for a second year to Trout's Unlimited. Can't complain. But anyways, the knife, right? Look at this nice knife. Everyone says, oh, it looks like a great knife. I could use it. Chloe, of course, was on the, you're going to love this story, the WTF, the what the fuck train. When they finally delivered me the knife, which I got 2 of them, I got another one coming. I'm going to gift it to my cousin, Corey. The knife. This is how big it is. Look at this. Trout's Unlimited. This is the size of it. See? I, on the other hand, figured my cousin can do it, right? So anyways, they give us this big thing. They're talking about this backpack, right? And it's a sling pack, right? And you think, oh, cool, it's a backpack. It's great. It's awesome. It's cool. It's great. I could use it for everyday use and go to town with their logo. Nope. This is what it is right here. I got another one of these coming, see? So I can throw in a couple boxes of flies, throw it on my shoulder like a human saddlebags, and to go. Yep. So this is what sling packs are. They're small. So to me, I thought it was a joke. But you know what? You can't complain for $26 for subscribing. A lot of people say, oh, well, you got screwed. Well, maybe. But you know what? I ain't complaining about being screwed. I think it's freaking funny as hell. So I subscribed again for another year because I wanted the knife and I wanted the other backpack because people sit there and say, well, why do you want that, Rita? The other day, Chloe asked me the same question. I turned around and told Chloe, you know why I want it? She says, no. I said, because I can basically be a douchebag by gifting out the knives for Christmas. See? $26. I get 2 years magazine subscription, a sling pack, and a knife. And I'm good. And they were like, so you're basically being a cheapskate. Well, my cousin could probably use it for his tackle box. And all it is something this tiny anyway. But the sling packs will come in handy, So how it is, but still, I thought it was funny. So, but it is what it is, So you and I can joke about it, but, I think Chris said it's small. Well, who cares? I didn't know it was a sling pack. Thought it was a backpack. That's why I subscribed the first time. Now I laugh at it because it says sling pack. A sling pack is like a backpack for fly fishing, basically, unless you have the vest. If you got the vest, you're doing good with all the pockets. But, better quality vests, are really expensive. And then people turn around and they say, well, how much is the, you can get a cheap vest for like $30 or you can pay $300 and still get a vest. But my problem with the vest is the vest is from China. Usually they all these high quality Chinese made ones are regulated in China. They're made in China. So you could buy yourself a pair of hip waders and you're still going to have it made in China. A lot of people don't know that, That's one of the things I was talking to my cousin Corey about fly rods the other day, and a letter I mailed him was, I also love Corey Dinky. Dinky asked me a question the other day about birthday cards, like I said yesterday. So I did her a Rita special and sent her 2 cards for her mom. So, Now, while I'm talking to Chloe for a second, we'll take a second, everyone, because, you guys can hear that, Chloe can be a bitch. But my question to Chloe is, how much is left in those things? You're getting those pans finally done? Or are you going to wash the cookie sheets? Fine, and put them under in the stove thing. So we don't, the other night, I literally was in pain and I knocked him over on the floor at 3 a.m. I don't like that. 3 a.m. falls on the floor, by an accident. Haha, very funny. You want to talk about Jim Beam? I can show you. I have 2 flasks somewhere around here, Here it is. Here's my first. See? You don't need Jim Beam. You just basically take the Jim Beam and fill it up in here. See? Then you click it to your fly vest, like this. And then you walk around and hope like hell the law doesn't stop you and ask what's in it. You can say, oh, you just put water in it. They want to smell and they find water and it's fine. They find bourbon, you're basically going to jail. So that's why you keep the flask hidden, You can also, I've been looking at wanting to buy a flask anyways, but, Yeah, well, I'm not a big fan of catfish, sorry to say. I am a fan of other issues, but not catfish. Anyways, there's 3 entries left in this spreadsheet. Like I said, Pee-wee is not around right now. Apparently she's prepping for her thing tomorrow. She actually messaged me in an email. I'm not going to say it was private, but her answer was, oh, crap, I missed you again. Yeah, I miss Pee-wee all the time. I always miss Dinky, too. That's why I told Dinky I miss her. And every letter I sign, love always, because I don't know what's going to happen to me from one day to the next. Hopefully, if I do pass away, hypothetically, all my journals are down in Texas by the time it happens, and then they have no evidence to try to, not evidence, but they don't have any information on me. Evidence is different. I'm not trying to avoid the law. I'm trying to say they don't have enough info to do anything. I don't want to be gutted open like fish either. I mean, every time I turn around, you die of unnatural circumstances, even if it's, say, cancer. They want to gut you open to find out why. Well, they're 40 years old, and the state charges like $2 million per body just to carve them up. I mean, literally, I argued with the lady when they carved up my sister. I paid for the $80 plan so I could see the full coroner's report. And that was gruesome because they actually showed the dissecting and, you can buy the full coroner's report and it's expensive as hell. Let me see. I got 2 entries left. So, the only thing Cousin Dinky said was that sucks. Well, you know what? It's fine, I mean, I'm still alive for right now. So to me, I can't complain. If I was dead, you guys would know it. All right, so the last 2 entries are being put in shortly. And then, oh, yes. 1 left to go. The accounting part kind of sucks, but you know what? I get it done. That's the main thing. All right, so I'm trying to teach Chloe to the art of saving money, All right, so done. So there's only 2 left. I could probably get 1 more done before leaving you guys. That would give me the benefit of claiming 1 left for tomorrow. Or I can do the other one. So, let's see what we can do about this one. This one doesn't look too big. It'll be fun, won't it, guys? Yes, it will. Let's get her done, I guess. And then tomorrow I only got 1, which means less time on YouTube with you all. So, between my health and, people ask me all the time what type of TV I'm going to watch. I don't know. I was thinking about watching Rain, maybe. Did I guys tell you the nightmare I had recently? I had this nightmare that gave me the heebie-jeebies the other day. This was scary. So the other day, I put in and I watched 2 episodes of The Borgias. Now, I know Dinky was like, oh, that's effing awesome. It's a great show, I never looked at it. I looked at it and I thought, okay, I'll try it. Well, it turns out It's gave me nightmares. Literally nightmares. I was looking at demons walking everywhere. I mean, literally, you know. And then people say to me, well, the Catholic Church is the best church. No, it ain't. You can run your own church at home and it'd be better for you than, you know, the way it is. I miss my husband dearly, you know. I got an email, not email, right, Dinky. Like I said again, eventually, you know. State of Washington, Chris, does not allow you not to get out of autopsy. For example, I asked the coroner, I shouldn't say mine. I asked the coroner about my sister, and by law, they have to do it. That's the law. They have to also authorize. I talked to the coroner investigator in Grant County. I know him personally, became friends, and he said by law, the state basically allocates money for autopsy. That's how the county makes up the difference on their money. They carve up people. And then he says what's really bad is the doctors, he carves them up. And usually the body needs to basically be cremated. By the way, hello, Corey. So, that's the thing. The doctors do that, And again, it's a waste of taxpayers' money. If you die, I mean, they didn't do it with my mom because, my mother had a doctor's signature dying of cancer. So they gave her the exemption status. But when it came to hubby Aaron, they just gutted him like fish. And gave us basically like 20-page report, where my sister's report was like less than 4 pages. Because it was accidental suicide, they just turned around, and said, well, why should we even bother? And that was what upsets me. They accused her of being an alcoholic and a drunk. Which probably is true, but still, being her sister, it hurt me more, that she left, But then again, family says, they were in severe pain. So anyways, like I said, hopefully the chicken noodle soup, the large cans, will help me. I'm not feeling too. I've been craving soup anyways lately. Anyways, I've been making soups and stuff. But I got steak tonight, shrimp tonight, and then tomorrow I'm doing club sandwiches. I'll finish up my meal. And I got I told my cousin jokingly I was gonna send her a $20 bill so her and her husband can have a drink, dinky. And she made a joke to me, save it, buy a slice of bacon. And I made a joke with her, but I don't want a slice of bacon. I got 6 pounds in the fridge. I got for $10.98 each for 3-pound blocks. Why should I be asking for a slice of bacon when I got, I got it on sale? Same with the steak. That's one of the things that Chloe picked up when she stocked up in the cooler. She filled the cooler up with steaks, bacon, a few other items, and it wasn't bad. I mean, she called me, and time she got home, she brought me hot dogs too. So well, I like a good hot dog from Chicago. It was just funny as hell. It was awesome. She brought me the hot dogs, but still. My family, of course, they had this. My cousin Corey's got this funny sense of humor, right? I love him dearly. He turned around one year and he decided, because he knows I like hot dogs, that he'd buy me a hot dog toaster. Now, let me just tell you, Chloe uses that hot dog toaster more than anyone else. I mean, I don't even know how Chloe uses it daily. Throws in hot dogs, throws in bratwurst, throws in whatever, and just cooks them up. So, Higgins, of course, he always talks about his better cheddars he nukes in the microwave. Let me show you something my cousin thought was a joke. And it was a gag gift, but at the same time, it been put together pretty good. which is awesome because, my cousin's awesome. He's totally awesome. Let me just save this real quick. I still got a few entries on the spreadsheet, but let me just show you the hot dog toaster. I mean, literally, it was a gag gift, but at the same time, it's used every damn day. And Higgins, good job about I have this in case I have diarrhea again. Thank God I don't have to use it. Generic version of Imodium. Got to keep some medicine on hand from time to time. But anyways, let me just show you this. So it's got an easy way to clean everything. But anyways, got to scrub it down a bit. But anyways, what you do is you put 2 hot dogs in here. It cooks them. And then cooks 2 buns. It works. I don't know how many times Chloe's been using it daily. I think she even toasts bread in it. The other day, I told her for Christmas I might just buy her a toaster because, we don't want to see toast because if the bread gets stuck in the bun cooker, who knows what's going to happen. I don't want to fire her. So I was like, you know what? Maybe a toaster would be good. It was pretty damn funny, in my opinion, that they got it. And then they got a spittoon, which is cleaned. Apparently, the manager doesn't want me filling it up due to the fact that she doesn't like the idea of putting the contents in the toilet. She thinks the plumbing will clog up. Go figure. First manager we had, dump it in the toilet. Second manager, dump it in the sink. Third manager, and onwards, put it in a sealed 2-liter bottle of waste and dispose of it that way. So the dump gets the dip juice. They don't want it flushed down the toilet. But then again, they don't want Drano put down the toilet either. Plastic pipes, they're afraid the pipes will rot out with the Drano. And, saw Poppy the other day about that. He said, the repairman wants the money. $20 an hour to fix the damn tub. And you know what I did the other day? Then the manager had the repairman came by. He was fixing something. He asked me about the drain in the tub. I said, don't worry, I got it covered. He says, oh, no, Drano. I said, no, I got this little special tub/sink plunger that's like this big. And I'm just like, I got it unclogged. I said, why should I have you get $20 an hour to fix something when I can do it myself? Now, that's the other thing. The manager is always complaining I don't leave my house that often. I said, I got a treadmill. It works. Until, I work my strength up, I'm going to have to pedal up and down the hills, which means I'm going to have to learn to go up and down hills daily on an exercise regimen to use my trike because it's not going to be easy. One of the things I asked my cousin Dinky to look into down there where she lives is if there's a motor I can put on it. Apparently, they're claiming motors are $3,000 for those things. I'm like, I don't want to pay $3,000 for a motor. Oh, great. Chloe moved my phone somewhere. I don't even know where she's put it. Chloe, where's my phone? Oh, here it is. So my phone's beeping again. And again and again. Probably Teddy. She always messages me this time of night. Probably asking me to call her. Let's see. Read comments. Read comments on what? Who the hell is telling me what? Okay, I got one from Trackbone that just came in. Okay. Trackbone's been a pain in the ass too. A lot of people laugh at me because of this phone. And comments are hard to do anyways. Let's see. Busy. Let's see. Busy right now. We'll call soon. Okay. That's a dad. Read comments. Let's see. What's up, Higgins? Prove it. Do you really have bacon? Oh, yeah. I got 6 pounds in the fridge. $10.98 for 3 pounds. That club sandwich making for tomorrow. See? Bacon. Right here. Applewood smoked bacon. 3-pound blocks, $10.98. Got it on sale. So I'm going to cook up some and make bacon a club sandwich for a couple nights. That's my meal. So, I'm sorry, but I can't answer the phone while I'm on YouTube video, so whoever's calling me, unless it's Poppy, I'm not answering because I can't. Let's see. Oh, I can't answer her either because I'm on live still, and I'm trying to finish the spreadsheets and get offline, so sorry, Cousin Dinky, I do want to get the spreadsheet done so I can actually get out of here tonight because I got one spreadsheet tomorrow to do, and then I'm starting the second stage. So I'm not, what do you call it, answering the phone until after I get done with my YouTube live. I don't think it's proper to answer a phone anymore when I'm live because it's kind of rude. Now, if it's Poppy, it would, but then again, I try to mute my microphone, but still, I just want to get this done. All right, so entries are getting done fast now because I want to get out of here and go from there. So, damn, that's expensive. Okay, here we go. Yep. And so I'll be getting out soon, but I have bacon. Like I said, I have steaks, plenty of steaks. Some in here, some in there. Salisbury steaks, mac and cheese, banquet bowls. For some of you tuning in, I do have a story for you all. I was shopping the other day, and I was going through my receipt. I always make sure the receipts are proper. So I was looking over my receipt. You guys are probably laughing your ass off about receipts. And I noticed eggs, right? Yeah, egg products, basically, and the joke was that Chloe picked me up mayonnaise for my club sandwiches. That's the traditional restaurant way of serving. And because of it, I said to Chloe, she's a gopher. Why is this on the receipt $10? I can get this at Amazon for $4. The guy says there's an egg shortage. Well, the newspaper said it because I read the papers daily. Which, if you guys want me to stay on a little bit after my spreadsheet, I will share with you today's news too. That pretty much sucks. One of the things is Rand Paul turned around and said, why should the taxpayers or something or other, he's debating on something. My debate is, why is the taxpayers paying, like my cousin and cousin-in-law, aunt, uncle, everyone else, paying the taxpayers to pay for, you ready for this? For the war. They're claiming the war is raising the inflation. The war is raising the inflation. Take the war money and give it to the people that need it. Like, maybe my family needs it for something. Not investing in war. It's a waste of money. That's what I said earlier in today's video cast, vid podcast is, we're wasting money. When we are wasting so much money, it ain't funny. I mean, the other day, Higgins, I love Higgins as a brother. He said to me that there's a new program out there. It was in the paper. Free internet for low income under 200% of the poverty level. Now, you know me. I'm just like, whatever floats a boat, But still, to me, I thought, why the hell should we, the taxpayers, doing this? I mean, literally, I was telling my cousin Corey the other day, out of 11, I was on the phone. He said, check out a book called The Naked Communist. That book scared the shit out of me. We're like 2 away from going communist, and yet it scares me. Literally scares me. It was like the other day, someone was talking about apparently the algorithm from YouTube won't let them, you're going to laugh at this, won't let them use a certain word, so they got to say pandemic now. Pandemic! The George Carlin thing. What is with the word censoring? I mean, they're censoring everything. Then, they turn around, and I get YouTube gives me these notices on my husband and I channel on I got 4 entries left, by the way, on smoking cigars, and they classify that as adult content. Reviewing booze, adult content. Well, I don't think a kid's gonna want to know about 50-year cognac. I mean, it's dumb as hell, man. It is like the dumbest of the dumbest, that they're trying to tell us, and then they say, oh, you're not going to lose your income. I got AdSense for my YouTube vids apparently. So, over the last 13 years, so it brings in like $25 a year. That's nothing, 25 measly bucks. I don't even bother, like every 5 years or so, I'll go and say, oh, on this website that says to me, uh, something to do with lost money, and they always put it under Google. You have money loss, and you pull your name up and says you want a check sent to you, and you fill out all this info, and all of a sudden you get a check in the mail, or a money order or whatever for lost money. I didn't have a bank account, so I couldn't put it in, but now I have a bank account, so checks can go in there. So, and it's like every 20, 25 years or something, Hold on, I only got 2 entries left. All right, so 2 entries left, and I can log out for the night. Just gonna watch some TV, but you know what? I'm gonna have to use the toilet, I think, first. There we go. So 2 entries left, peeps. Now down to one. Tomorrow's the last spreadsheet, and then I start the new one, which will be a blessing because I can get out of here. My phone's blowing up. I think my cousin's be having fun tonight. That's awesome. That is having fun, but still, like I said, I wanted to share with you an update of my stomach problems. Last night I felt like I was dying, so that's why I put in my cousin Pinky's letter, that I was basically severely in pain. Not drinking much at all, by the way. And by the way, good work, Higgins, on the Jim Beam thing. But you know what? My husband had flasks. He always carried around with him on long walks. I don't understand how the man never got dehydrated carrying the flask around filled up with his favorite beverage. It wasn't water, I can tell you that much. Hubby was pretty damn funny at times. Okay, so one spreadsheet left. Let's see, hold on, what's going on here? Gotta give each strip of bacon a name to personalize. Ha ha, very funny. I'm going through the comments now. Give me a second. I gotta use let's see, pig belly is bacon, but I sure do love it. All that and a bag of chips. No, my bag of chips is almost empty. Sorry to say. Give me a second. I gotta use the toilet. Tinkle, of course. Okay, so here's the plan for tomorrow, everyone. So we're on the same page. By the way, so for some of you, my newspapers came in a little late, so when I got to, like I said, some of the articles were really interesting. The Seattle Times front page is complaining about how cold it is here. Apparently, currently it's 52. By the time it gets to be midnight, it's like 41. I think the lowest we got last week was 37. Still damn cold, I tell you. So, anyways, I'm talking about everything like, Finland's joined NATO and everything else, And I also read the national edition of the New York Times every morning. Of course, I think Sunday's paper sucks. I was telling someone the other day they took out 99.9% of coupons. Corn dogs. No, no, no. I don't have corn dogs. Sorry to say, Tara. I don't have corn dogs. I don't plan to have corn dogs. I have. I've never tried cooking a corn dog with it on the stick. I just bake them. I like baked foods anyway. That's how I bake my steaks. But anyways, got more shrimp, mega meals, breadsticks. These pretzels help me with my stomach problem, by the way. Otherwise, I wouldn't be buying these by the bulk right now and eating them. Found they taste better with cheese sauce, by the way, these super pretzels. Got 2 packs of steaks here. That's 4 pounds. 2.5 pounds, 2.5 pounds of that. Oh, Chloe asked me to take this up for dinner tonight, so better get that done real quick. Organic beef. Then got some TV dinners, large mac and cheese, 2 mac and cheeses, famous bowls, More mega meals right there in the back. I like these mega meals. 3 Salisbury steaks, mashed potatoes. Eat 2 of those. I'm happy as a clam. Family size Salisbury steaks are sold out still. Otherwise, I would do that, but you get my idea of my meal. More steaks in here. 3 hams and 3 turkeys. I'm good on food. And then I got canned goods too. Gotta eat strip of bacon, personalize the name of it. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I missed that time when I went to the grocery store and then bacon was on sale for like $1 a pack. You see, now bacon is like $12.50 or something. They say bacon price went up 15% in the last month. And if mayo is $10 a jar, there's a problem in this country because frankly, I don't like seeing on my receipt $10 for a jar of mayonnaise. Even though I think they're basically trying to force everyone off of the mayonnaise wagon. Mayonnaise does taste good with cold sandwiches, by the way. That's one of the best foods in the world is mayonnaise. Surprise, Reese's hasn't made a commercial, but why don't you have a Reese's on the receipt? I don't know, Chris. I really don't know. That's the U.S. government. Free internet kicked in and a bit lower and new only paying for house phone. You know, my father-in-law Poppy was talking about his UMA. He bought a UMA box, right? It's like 2 phones, wireless base station, whatever. He was complaining the other day that his phone was acting up, so I reset it. I turned around and told the old man, "Your UMA's 5 years old. Are you sure your battery's not dead?" So he goes down to Best Buy and says, "Do you guys sell UMA batteries?" And I said, "Yeah." So they tested and found out his battery was gone. And he turned around and he said to me on the phone, "How do you know these things? Simple. If your phone device is 5 years old, the battery ain't holding a damn charge." But the thing is, he pays like $5 a year for the UMA phone service. He transferred his home number he had for 50 plus years over to UMA, and he's like, "You're there to get UMA." Well, I have this. I have track phone, but as Higgins, trying to get a hold of someone, it's like 3 hours on elevator music just to listen to some freaking lady tell me they'll take my debit card so they can run and get me a new phone. Since this one fell on the heater the other day, this one's my Google Voice phone. And as you can see, it kind of cracked. And because it's like a metal glass thing, I think Gorilla Glass on both sides, that's what happened. But still, it's still working. So why should I bother? And then, like I said, the joke about that little knife in this ad. The knife looks good, it looks great, looks big. Turns out it's this small. I got one more coming, so I'm going to put them in boxes and send them off to my cousin. He can put them in his tackle box. And then that backpack I thought was really cool. Thought it was great. Thought I could use it, for everyday use. As Chris knows, small as hell. It's called a sling pack. So it's basically like a human version of a saddlebag. Got my AT&T bill. Yeah, we know you got your AT&T bill, Higgins. Free with net zero, huh? Well, I think like Putin. How? Putin just thinks he's fighting Nazis, but I think it's dumb. In a way, yes. There was an article about Putin today, how Finland's now joining NATO and then Sweden's next on the list. And I'm not going to go into details, but I don't think the taxpayer should be paying for fucking a war that is not ours. Plain and simple. They should be diverting the money to something that can be useful. Now, Higgins, of course, doesn't mind. He's got his free internet, so alrighty then, and his free phone. But then again, he's under the poverty level, so my internet company will not provide the discount, so I don't care. $65 is nothing. No, you guys probably didn't hear about the me arguing with the electric company the other day. That was a real shocker, I tell you. That's a Crocodile Dundee knife. No. Crocodile Dundee knife is like this, and it's a German blade, if you didn't know. I'm an expert in knives to a point, so German blade. Lyle was a popular knife maker back then. The problem with Jimmy Lyle was his knives were nice, but at the same time, he used the sawtooth, and if you use the knife as a knife, a utility knife, etc., the sawtooth, Chris, and the rest of you out there would have to be serviced clean pretty good, or the Gerber big BMF, the big effing knife as they called it, Same thing, basically. You have to clean the sawtooths. And if you don't clean the sawtooths, you're screwed because they'll rust really quickly. And so Lyle made the Rambo knives, first one, second one. Gil Hibbons made the third and the fourth knife. I think he made the fifth knife too, I think, unless rumor has it Sylvester Stallone, once he got into knife making or forging, made the fifth set. But, you know, and then Jimmy Lyle's family apparently sold to certain companies the rights to use the Rambo knife designs, and so they get a portion of every sale. So sometimes you'll see a knife for like $1,000 or something. There's a couple guys that knew Jimmy that made knives for people, Lyle replicas, Rambo, every detail. But you know what? If you really want a nice knife, you don't want a Rambo knife. You want a cold steel Trail Master or the San Mai 3, or you want the Recon Scout. Those knives will hold an edge for a long time. And if you ever see Lee Thompson displaying his display on videos on how to cut down half a cow with a samurai sword that he made in Japan from his company Cold Steel, you'll understand. That guy is amazing when it comes to knives, you know. Raida, how you been? Raida. Duralast. The real Rambo knife was made by Jimmy Lyle. I have several of those. I had several Lamont Coombs. I've had other companies, but they don't hold an edge. That's the real problem with those knives. They don't hold a freaking edge. That's why I say cold master, you know. I do keep my Swiss Army knives I use all the time. Their blades are always sharp. The U.S. Marine Corps United Cutlery Machete is probably made in Taiwan, and if your uncle's claiming that it's sharp because it's made in Taiwan or China, I would doubt the difference. Your uncle knows anything about Chinese or Taiwanese blades. So there you have it. 3/4 inch socket. Yeah, I have those socket sets. I got a couple tool sets in the back room that we use in case of emergency. Mostly it's got ratchets and sockets, which I think are, you know, kind of lame. Yeah, well, mine is like I went with Husky and Craftsman. You know, I asked my cousin, and he said, "Well, you know, you can get either or. It doesn't matter. Brand's brand." Well, I ended up someone sent me a Craftsman set. And we had a Husky set. I'm telling you, you got to get them on sale, but they're just continuing those socket sets. I don't know about you guys, but they are just discontinuing them left and right, just like other things, you know. Yeah, well, still, I wouldn't trust your uncle. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't trust. What I'm trying to say is, your uncle might be right, Chris. I'm not saying don't trust him. What I'm trying to say is, you don't trust United Cutlery. They made the Rambo knives. Those things rusted like crazy. And then when they sold up, they went with another company to make the replica Rambo knives that still they won't hold an edge. That's why I said cold steel is the knife edge holding great. Seems I got to fix the chair again. Hold on a sec. Chair is always doing something. That's Dinky and Corey probably know my coat's right there. I just removed some crap recently out of this. Cleaned the entire thing. This thing carries more dirt and dust than. This is the crap that gets stuck in the damn wheel. And I gotta go fumble around to unclog it, you know. Anyways, you guys all know the news was interesting today. Like you said, the story goes Chloe went out and tried to go get stamps. I was sleeping, by the way. Dead tired of the world. Which, by the way, while I'm here and I'm finishing my YouTube video up because I do got some phone calls. People are probably waiting to call me. I'm going to have to check to see where my wine glass is. More likely it's somewhere else. So I'm gonna have a glass of wine. I'll just put it in this it looks like hard water. Let me see if there's anything else that's cleaner. I guess I'll use this. My mom's teeny wine glass. Apparently for it. She calls it her baby wine glass. All my other wine glasses get broken. If I had a dollar store, I'd go buy a dollar store wine glass. It'd work. Here we go. This will work for my stomach. Wine does help with it. They say wine helps the ailments. Okay. So let's just have this tiny glass of wine with you all. And just say the news the last week's been kind of weird. They're saying the Democrats are powering their base with the Roe versus Wade. They're getting the transgender people on board, gay and lesbians. One of my transgenders, no, not transgender, lesbians, LGBT family out in Quincy messaged me. I did their wedding. They're worried about their life being taken, away because I did the wedding and married them to me. You want to get married and you're a same-sex couple? Who cares? You can live in misery like everyone else. For some of you wondering, this is a port wine made in Whidbey Island, Washington, in the old traditional ways of Portuguese wine, which is a dessert wine, which I've always found sweet wines to be better than dry wines. Now, the claret, I got to tell you a story. I sent my cousin Corey when he lived in Oregon once out to, I don't know where it was. I think it was Safeway or something. I sent him out. I told him, you want some real good wine, try some claret. And the one that makes the claret in this country is that one guy that got the Nicolas Cage's uncle. What's his name? I can't remember his name offhand. Let me look. I don't. Hopefully, a turd doesn't fall out and go into my thing. His Francis Ford Coppola owns his own winery, so I sent him out to get claret, and it was cool because Corey went and got the claret. Tara and I drank it, and we loved it. It was something I recommended. I think he got like 2 bottles or 4 bottles. It was kind of expensive, but to me, it was well worth it. And Corey's awesome, so I don't think he tried it. I think he tried a sip or something, but he's not really a big fan of wines, I think. I don't know. But the claret was made by Francis Ford Coppola, and he owns his own winery. Now, when I read books or talk about things, like the other day I was reading watching Downton Abbey, they talked about a claret, which is made in England. And found in England, I think. Maybe it's French, but the claret is a really good wine. And so to me, it might be semi-dry, but, it's better than my mom's gut rot. Now, this stuff, of course, I went through Captain Dave, Corey, and Tara met them, and I emailed him. He didn't get back. Sent Chloe in Mother's Day to celebrate my Mother's Day with some wine. And, I had barbecued ribs. Then I sent Chloe out the next day to get steaks because we didn't have the availability of steaks, So, All right, what's going on in the comments, I like my U.S. Army knife. That's cool. The U.S. Army knife's mostly made by United Cutlery. Doesn't own it. I think it's K-Bar. K-Bar makes it. Yeah, K-Bar makes the Marine Corps, the actual Marine Corps knives, the Army knives, the Air Force knives, the Air Force, Army, Coast Guard, and Navy knives. The only ones that they do not make is the SEAL knives. The SEAL knives are made in Japan, the SEAL Pup and the SEAL Team knives, and they're made in Japan, but they're made by SOG, and SOG is based in Edmonds, Washington. When I was going to school, SOG's headquarters was, in Edmonds, and they're still in Edmonds. So the U.S. Navy SEAL team, by the way, if anyone needed to know, the U.S. Navy does train people Kodiak Island. The only thing is the SEALs are told to leave the Kodiak bears alone. Apparently, they're the world's largest and aggressive bears in the world. You leave them alone, they'll leave you alone, supposedly. I can't compare a Kodiak to a grizzly, to a brown, to black, to a polar. So, Or a Rambo butter knife. Ha ha ha. Yeah, okay, Higgins. We know you. You like me. I take Husky, cheaper and no worse than Craftsman. Yeah, the difference with Husky is nowadays Husky and Craftsman, if you get the older series, they have to warrant it for life. That's the thing. I got the old warranty. So to me, I wanted the old warranty, and I filled the warranty card, send it out, send it back saying you're registered. So anything happens, which talks about warranties. There's a lot of warranty arguments going on in my forum I'm with. They're always arguing about warranties of a company I won't talk about from Bainbridge Island, Washington. How they're now basically discontinuing items 5 years later, and now making you pay $225 a piece to repair it. A lot of people are complaining about that. You need something with a lifetime warranty. My stuff has been registered with lifetime warranties, but still, a lot of people are bitching about it. In my opinion, it's so-so. You know, Putin. Let's see. Putin would call me scum for the pipe I'm about to smoke. I think he needs some too. I don't know. I don't know what to make of Putin, and I really don't want to get into political arguments, Chris, over politics. Politics and religion don't mix. And frankly, I'm not talking about religion, and I ain't talking about politics. I will tell you, I am keeping up on the inflation thing, and if anyone knows, anyone on Social Security, disability, SSI, survivors, retirements, survivor retirement, disability, and SSI, their cost of living will go up 8.8% or 8.9%. They're talking right now, give or take, if inflation doesn't go down. But the problem is if you make a big investment where you get almost 10% more of your money, which would be, let's just say, let's flat it out 10%, I'd get $140 a month. 120 of that would go to Medicare premiums every month. So I'd only get a $20 increase, and people would complain about it. So to me, I don't consider the cost of living to be very viable, in my opinion. Then again, every time the cost of living goes up, people basically get less and less on Medicaid, which to me is fine. But still, and it's just a bunch of bullshit, and I don't want to get into it. Now, the inflation is pretty damn bad, and I can say this with complete confidence that unless they fix it, our meat prices are going to be priced out to where 2/3 of the country is going to die because they can't eat meat. And when they find out people are buying beans like crazy to supplement their proteins, they're going to raise the fucking shit pot of beans to the highest number possible. And when that happens, you're really fucking screwed. I mean, literally, I was reading the thing about inflation. A lot of people think it's the war in Ukraine. If it's the war in the Ukraine, pull out. Don't send money. I mean, literally, we shouldn't be paying our tax dollars for it. I mean, literally. You know how many threats I get all the time on Instagram and other places where they say my video gets sections get parted for transgendered healthcare, attacking transgender? We shouldn't be paying for everyone's surgeries. I mean, literally, there's I mean, to me, let it go. We have bigger things to worry about than sex changes. We got inflation. We got gas prices. I mean, I wanted to get Pee Wee on board on one of our discussions one of these days, even in comments, to talk about gas prices. I mean, I was reading the paper the other day. I got my papers, as I told my cousin Dinky. I love my newspapers in the morning. That keeps me going. I don't like watching news on TV. And the gas prices here are like $5.50 for a gallon of gas. It's almost $7 for diesel. And the yacht people are paying more than that because they got to bring it in on a special tanker to fill it up into a special underground tank that they have to rust proof just to keep the tank from rusting under the pier so they can fill up the diesels, and they're talking about building a bigger diesel pump because some of these yachts are 200 feet long and takes 5 to 10,000 gallons. I mean, literally. One of these Russian oligarchs the other day spent $500,000 in diesel fuel alone. I mean, and by the way, everyone says, we're using a lot of gasoline for jet fuel. Boeing engines or Pratt & Whitney or Rolls-Royce engines for these airplanes run on number 4 diesel. Number 4 jet fuel is refined diesel fuel for jets. That's it. You don't hear that diesel engines. You just hear that. I mean, I was educated by a guy who worked at Boeing for like 40 years. So he told me a lot, and I learned a lot. But you see where I'm going with this. I self-educate myself on the things that matter. It's like I was telling someone the other day on YouTube. No one's going to vote for me if I ran for Congress. I'd be basically challenging every damn bill that came through there. And that's what we need right now. We need someone that turns around and will challenge the fucking taxpayers' money. When you're basically spending almost 120 billion so far on freaking stuff for that. Oh, not to mention, here's something that's interesting. Biden passes a infrastructure bill that helps the states, including Texas, my family's beloved state. They're turning around and taking the infrastructure money to make America better and funneling it into tax credits to give people lower taxes or no taxes. So instead, our state's turning around and taking that money, putting it in food stamps, not the infrastructure. And then other places are putting it into free internet through AT&T and 20 other companies, or more money for the cell phone plan, or whatever, And as long as the pandemic is going strong, they're not cutting out in the blue states the food stamps. And a lot of idiots are, But I'm not going to go on and on about food stamps. Some people need the food stamps. I know one guy who doesn't have a job. He's applied for disability, and he's having a hell of a time. At least he can eat good. But my thing is, there's other people out there that sees when we're funneling $100 billion into Ukraine and approximately $9 trillion for Afghanistan and Iraq, we got a problem. That money could have dropped the deficit down to nothing. Instead, we're funneling money into places we don't know. And two is, eventually the World Bank ain't going to basically bail us out or give us loans. I mean, look, if you watch the movie, the TV miniseries called John Adams, the history goes, the people in Denmark, was it? It might have been Switzerland or something. Anyway, it was one of those European countries they went to. Said this is the downfall of the U.S. if they keep getting loans from Jewish, I think it was Danish people, maybe? I can't remember, but you get the idea. We're in so much in our ass of debt, they can't dig themselves out. And we got panty waste people in both House and Senate that can't do anything but think about themselves. Now look at my stomach, for example. The wine's helping my ailment, but at the same time, you look at what's going on in the fucking country. The country's going down the shitter fast and furious. And yet every time I turn around, I read the newspapers. The unemployment rate's down. Really? Then why is last month 4.5 million people quit their jobs? Now, I'm open-minded for both parties, but let me just tell you what I think. They want to stay home and work from home. And if they can't work from home, let's cripple the economy. And that's what they're doing. All these people are working from home, or they don't want to work. I mean, some of these people need to get off and go and fill boxes at Amazon or Target or Walmart. They want to stay at home. You can't fill boxes at home. They have to go in because the warehouses are there to get the orders out. Plain and simple. They just want to fucking work their ass off at home. And then when they don't get it, they get food stamps, they get everything else. And then they say the economy will not rebound. By the way, this is from the Seattle Times and the New York Times. I haven't read the Washington Post yet. I did get a USA Today the other day, but still can't find a Washington Post. They're all talking about inflation might be around for 30 to 40 fucking years. Yeah, it's because we're basically spending more than we're bringing in. And someone in Congress and the Senate needs to tighten the bootstraps and basically kick them all in the ass and say, look, it's time we basically make some changes that benefits the country instead of crippling it. During the pandemic, more drugs and alcohol was used. Maybe because they were all stuck at home. Has anyone thought of that? Or is it something else? Hey, Boo Boo. Making noise again, huh? Everyone loves the bunny, by the way. Yeah, I get it, Chris. You want to try exotic foods and stuff, but you better have the money for it because, frankly, the money is the real problem there. You don't see me living high off the hog. I have to balance everything out month by month. Gas prices, about a 20 for 4 gallons. I pushed a button for receipt at pump. Damn thing did not work. I had to go inside for a receipt. You see, there you go. Well, let me see what they're talking about. Now precision is snap, but it costs your firstborn. PBR for me. Yeah, I know PBR for you. Not enough. I'm a beer guy. Last time I had wine was when we visited you. Oh, yeah, that wine with the salimi. That salimi was good, wasn't it? They gave us like 3 different types of salimi, some cheese. The cheese you can get here on the island. And man, that's good. What about the price of eggs? That's protein too. Regardless, you feel inflation. Oh, I'm feeling it because I've been checking my my receipts every time, Corey, and that's the real fucking problem. I mean, you would basically check your receipt too. If Costco charged you $40 for 2 jars of mayonnaise, you'd be like, what the fuck? $10 for a 30-ounce thing of mayonnaise? Seems the government's trying to wean you off of anything that's fattening. Milk went up from $4.99 a gallon to like $7.99 a gallon. Price of eggs go up. Of flan goes up, I'm guessing. I want to try some gas prices and wait in line for 4 people after putting on a mask. I drive a DE. After mom had a COVID, now her tongue is always raw. Feeling, can't have benefit, Yeah, we know it can pull a fucking house. I've seen your truck, okay? That damn computer screen in the front of it basically shocks me alone. But my point is, Corey, is this. You might be paying less for better mileage, but they're trying to dissolve fossil fuels completely so you can go drive a electric-powered truck that supposedly can tow a house too, which hasn't been proven yet. And by the way, I read an article in the New York Times, true story, they don't call it false. To replace a Tesla battery in a Tesla car is $10,000. I mean, we don't even have battery makers. They're bringing them in for China or something. They're like 10 grand. If we made our own batteries, we'd still be. They say they could probably drop it 2,000 or 3,000, but who wants to pay $5,000 to $7,000 for a fucking battery for a car? I mean, they shouldn't be taking away people's rights to drive. I mean, literally, they shouldn't be doing any of that crap. You can't print money like that equals everyone. That equals everyone gets fucked except politicians. The politicians are already fucked. Look what they're doing. Speaker of the House eating fucking $25 pint ice cream while her people are suffering. And she claims she can afford it because she has plantations that she runs in Guam that runs banana plantations and pineapple plantations. Dole. To me, it's bullshit, I tell you. It's fucking bullshit. The taxpayers should not be fucking suffering to no end. Plain and simple, people. Plain and simple. Taxpayers are being shafted. I mean, look, when Cousin Dinky made the joke the other day about buy a slice of bacon because I was going to send her $20 in her birthday card, why should I buy a slice of bacon? I told her. I have 6 pounds of bacon. I got 14 pounds of T-bones I picked up. I mean, when that runs out, I'll go eat something else. I mean, they're charging me $4.99 for a large can of fucking soup. You can probably sit there and say, what type of soup? Chicken noodle. $4.99. They claim it's the price chicken went up because the chicken's got to be processed. So, $4.99 a can for fucking chicken noodle soup. Family-sized chicken noodle soup. You told me right there. Who's feeling it? Everyone's feeling it. Not just me. Not just Higgins. Not just Chris. Everyone. And yet people turn around and say, oh, it's not that bad. Really? Really, it's not that bad. $4.99 for a can of fucking soup. The other day, I went to buy a case of raviolis on Amazon. It turned out the Amazon was charging 4 times for 12 cans. 4 cans. Higgins knows what I'm talking about. The raviolis I like. Yeah, ramen. I ordered a case of 3 cases of ramen at Fred Meyer's. 3 cases. I went to check on another thing. They're only letting you buy 3 cases a fucking month. So if there's no food shortages, there's a problem. Because old Poppy turns around and says, oh, there's no food shortages in Ohio. Not yet. But if they're limiting me to 72 ramen packs a month, there's a fucking problem in this country. $7.99 for a gallon of gas. A gallon of milk. $5.50 to $8 for a gallon of diesel, gas or diesel. I mean, they are fucking screaming for we need to basically vote these fuckers out in November and get it over with. Because I'm tired of basically looking at my receipts and wondering how come, things are just expensive. I mean, let me put it this way. 24 rolls of TP I got on sale for $4.99. You don't see a fucking toilet paper shortage anymore. It's a food shortage. What are they going to do? Strip the toilet paper away and then say we have a toilet paper shortage? See, the president just came out saying he's going to try to combat baby formula. Baby formula is semi-made with dry milk that's been powdered and other nutrients. Tell you what, maybe we're having too many babies in this country we can't afford, which, the whole Roe versus Wade thing, the Supreme Court's stupid. 5 Catholics want to dissolve it. But do they realize the fucking ramifications of it? If a woman gets raped, which I do not support rape, the man should be in prison, the woman should get child support, and the woman doesn't get child support, she goes poverty, and the taxpayers pays for her child anyway, so give her the damn fucking abortion. It's her damn fucking right. And then we're not spending what the newspaper says, probably $500 billion a year on infant problems. Plain and simple. It's mathematics. And people say I'm stupid because I do spreadsheets. I do the numbers all the time. And the numbers are what speaks to me. Like, hubby's favorite thing was numbers in video games. He liked his sports. Gotta finish this up tonight before it goes bad. But you guys get the idea. Where's that paper towel thing? Over here? Cool. I mean, when I read the newspaper, I read both sides of the story. The newspapers can't print anything false. So when they print both sides of the story. And because of it, they turn around and they say stuff like, well, if we allow Roe versus Wade in the Catholic Church to get their way, rapists will not have to pay, but the taxpayers do. So what's it going to be? $4,000 for an abortion? Or $1.2 million for every kid that's born. Currently, in 2022, it's almost $1.2 million. 10 years ago, it was $800,000 to raise a kid. Now, children, to me, are getting more and more to the point where if you have a kid, and you live with a kid, and you raise a kid, and that kid sits there and sees little Johnny with the new top-line phone, and you don't get it, they complain to CPS. CPS says, you didn't get little Bobby a new phone. It's child abuse. Sorry to say, but when I grew up, we didn't have no fancy smancy phones. Me and Corey and Dinky, our moms raised us the way we were raised in the 80s. Got out of line, you got smacked. Nowadays, you can't even hit your kid or spank them. It's wrong that the government's telling us what we can and can't do with our fucking lives. And that's what fucking pisses me off to the fucking most. Pee Wee and I talked about this. Kid got out of line. My mom would get around Turner while driving the car in her big old Cadillac boat, limo. And she would literally hit us with the wooden spoon, which we still have in the damn thingy. And I'll show you the wooden spoon, by the way. She would be the type that would turn around. I misbehaved. Or if she really wanted to get even, she disinfected the spoon afterwards. But she would literally turn around. And she could use this spoon, which is older than anyone. I think it was grandma's spoon, by the way. I don't know. But this spoon is strong. She would bop us in the head with it. She'd paddle our ass with it. She wouldn't tolerate kids that were rude, crude, and unsociable. We got out of line, the spoon was used. That's why she had this. Rumor has it was made in Japan, so it's got to be strong, but still. Mom basically knew what she was doing. She got out of line. No, my mom even gave my uncles and aunts permission to spank me. Nowadays, we can't even do that. This country has gone down the royal shitter. As Higgins would say, jingle, 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 jingle the chain. $20K to replace it, $33 for 10 pounds of ground beef roll pack at Walmart here. Are you saying the fucking hamburger chubs are $33 fucking dollars right now? I gotta fucking look at that on my store. Because they always say sold out, but I'd like to know. So let's just look over this because Walmart condensed their things. I'm on Walmart. Okay, so go. All right, let's just look at this. See, 1 pound of hamburger, $73.27 beef roll. 1 pound, $4.34. Okay. 3 pounds, $11. Holy shit. Higgins ain't joking, everyone. All natural, 73% lean, 23% fat, ground beef roll, 10 pounds, $33.12. And this is why people complain about food prices. You'd have to spend $99 or equivalent, let's just say $100 even, to buy 30 pounds of hamburger to do 30 meals of Hamburger Helper, not including Hamburger Helper, which that's $100, right? Let's just look up quickly, because me and Corey and others, we grew up in Hamburger Helper. It was pretty good, by the way. I like that skillet meal by Velveeta. I know Chris eats that all the time. Let me see. Hamburger Helper. Just want to see the average cheesy Italian shells, $2.35. So you got to spend $2. So that's almost $100. Let's just give it $75 for that. Unless you go with cheeseburger macaroni, that's cheaper. So let's see, $1.50. It's $1.50, $3 for two. 30 days, 15. So 3 times 15, you're looking at $50. So just to live on Hamburger Helper for 1 month would come to probably about 100. Let's just round it off to $175 a month. And the twin pack is $2.35. You know. And then the Velveeta skeleton meals that they have. Yeah, the equivalent to Hamburger Helper is $3.38 per box. So you want 10 boxes, that's like $35. $70. You're paying about $105. So just ultimate cheeseburger mac, you're gonna have to pay almost a little over $200 for 30-day supply of Velveeta skillets, which are not bad. I've used ground lamb, ground turkey, and everything else to make it, but still, you do the math. It's just not that feasible, for that kind of price of food. And then they, they're claiming food shortages or production shortages or whatever. Yeah, well, I buy meat and I put it in Ziploc bags. Ugh. Now we're getting into reproduction. Chris, you know what? A woman's rights is important as a man's rights. Yeah, one time, you see? But that just costs you and your mom about $5 to $7 a person if you're basically getting a deal on hamburgers. See where I'm going with this? I mean, look, I took 3 pounds of steak last night, cut it in half, and I have 2 steaks. 2 steaks, Chris. $12.50, which I could do better. I could live on ramen, but my beloved family thinks eating too much ramen will kill me. So I eat a good meal now and then. Otherwise, let me just share with you the food costs of everything else. Mega meal, $4.99. Oh yeah, $3.49 on sale. It's $5 for a box. Three Salisbury steaks and mashed potatoes. Do we have any mega bowls, or are we out of those? Oh yeah, mega bowls. 4 mega bowls right here. So or 2 mega bowls, right? $4.99. Hold on, I'm doing this. $4.99 for a mega bowl. It's like basically a KFC famous bowl, but it's a mega bowl. $4.99. That's what the chart. So if you don't want to cook much, throw it in the oven. That's $4.99. This $6.99 for Stouffer's. Now we live in an island, but still, other places are charging almost the same. This bag of shrimp on sale, $14. I only got 2 bags. That's 2 pounds at a time. There's one's already defrosted. And this here for Christmas was $15. This party size mac and cheese is now almost $30. Then you do the canned figuring of stuff. Mac and cheese, soups, beans. I mean, literally, they're going to the point where, let me put it to you this way. I bought 2 loaves of bread the other day for club sandwiches. I'm down to this loaf, which I ate almost all of it with cold sandwiches, and this loaf for club sandwiches. $5 plus for a loaf of sourdough. It's not getting any cheaper, I tell you. Seems the government doesn't want us to eat on cold sandwiches. Oh, which reminds me, my family is always joking about show the proof. $12.99 for a package of oven roasted turkey breast, 1 pound, Hillshire Farms. $6.99 for chicken breast and turkey, which there's a smaller turkey one there. Then smoked ham, $6.99. More chicken, by the way. I like the chicken, the rotisserie chicken myself. Then, if you really want to basically do something, $6.99 for a thing of Tillamook cheese. Now, we all know in the family you don't screw with our cheese, but the price is getting to the point where, the other day Chloe went to check out organic cheese. The organic cheese prices was almost $39.99 for 2 pound block of organic cheese. And she spent $12 for an 8-ounce block of organic smoked cheese to go in my manicottis. That tells you right there that we are all feeling the fucking inflation. I went through Captain Dave the other day because everyone knows when you make a connection, you get better pricing. I went to Dave. I said, look, they're charging $30 a bottle for the same wine at the grocery store. What can you give it for me for? Dave turned around and said, well, boss, I can give it to you for $18 flat. I said, give me 3 bottles then. It'll be my Mother's Day. He says, you're drinking it all? I said, no. I said, my stomach can't handle 3 bottles at one time. Look, Higgins, if a woman gets raped or a woman doesn't want her fucking child because she's not ready to have a child, and the government forces the child to be born, you, the taxpayers, including Corey and Tara and Uncle Steve and Aunt Aya and everyone else has to pay for that child. So you think letting the child live? I saw a comic the other day. My cousin Corey would have loved it. I should have clipped it out for him. He would have loved it. Republicans are sitting around saying life is beautiful, life is important. We can't kill this baby. We can't kill this baby. The baby's got to be born. And this was a comic about a woman being raped. And the next comment, the same people, the Republicans, get a job, you lazy bum. Go to work, you lazy bum. Get a job, you lazy bum. Go to work, you lazy bum. You freeloader, get a job. We're not supporting you. They're for pro-rights, but at the same time, they're ready to basically throw a fit when the woman can't support themselves because the woman was raped. Or the woman is a young girl who had sex prematurely and then ended up having a child and then couldn't support her child. And then they say, give them up for adoption. But adoption agencies are being so dingy and stupid, they won't turn around and fucking screw you over. They'll turn around and say you don't qualify. There's a lot of people out there that could adopt, that would love to give a family a home. But at what cost to the woman being forced to give birth? Who the fuck called me now? Hold on a second. Listen to this. Hello? What's up? I don't have anything in mind. I just finished some spreadsheets, so I didn't get onto Roku yet, but I'm open-minded. What do you got in mind? Okay, sounds cool. Have you seen the actual movie Troy? That was good too. Yeah, basically the invasion of Troy, Brad Pitt, I think is the guy's name. I don't know if it's free or not, but it's like 3 hours long, so it'd be one movie tonight, not 2, You check, but I didn't check. I could probably find it free anyways. I'm better than you at searching movies. That's funny. Brad Pitt, Troy. Sure, I can do better probably. Let's see here. Troy is rental, but The secret is to go to Google, for example, put it in to the Google web browser, and then you put in where to stream Troy, and it'll tell you. All right. So, hold on, I gotta clear my chair for a second. I was, yeah. That's why I use. That's why I told you you need to use the Google browser. But I think you don't like using your computer. Okay. Yeah. So apparently Troy is on Netflix, supposedly currently. So if it's not coming up, check Netflix. It's there. You know. Apparently it's free there, but you already have Netflix, Nah, I'm doing it too. Let me see. Top Gun's available on Netflix. Okay. Troy. Whoops. Oh, yeah. Troy Fall of the City. That's a TV show. I spelled it wrong. That's why it wasn't coming up. But apparently it says by Google. Yeah. Well, here we go. Yeah. No. Rambo last. Go ahead. No. They said it was on Netflix, but it isn't. It's a rental. I could rent it probably for $2.99. It ain't a big deal for me. I have it on DVD. Sure. What's the name of it? All right, I can watch that. And that's just one movie tonight or two? I don't know what to suggest. Yeah, there's the original one with Richard Chamberlain in the 80s called King Solomon's Mine. And then the second Quartermain movie is Alan Quartermain and the Lost City of Gold, which is also free. I believe it's on Tubi for free right now. Just put in Alan Quartermain and you can't miss it. The other movie, if you haven't seen, it's A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Well, there you go. Well, the Legend of City of Gold with Quartermain, with Richard Chamberlain's the second movie he did. The first one's King Solomon's Mine, which is different from the Patrick Swayze version. So if you want to get him in chronological order, you want to watch the other King Solomon's Mine. No, it's a little different. Let's just say it's a little different than that. It's a lot different. Two different play styles, but we can watch The Lost City of Gold. That's what we wish. Doesn't matter to me. Fine, we can do that. Okie dokie, then I have nothing to report. Read my newspapers. I'm good to go. All right, love you. Bye bye. And this, everyone, is how you get rid of a guy who wants to watch movies. You just give him what he wants and leave him alone. So that is the question. A question for fingers. One person for me because I decided they're going to mind uploading things. And then I need a partner uploading me into a device. Look, Chris, you always talk about putting yourself into a robot. I mean, come on, man. Anyways, I better basically give my cousin Dinky a call before it gets too late. Where's Carmen Sandiego? Haha, I like that song. Look, if a man violates a woman, the woman's rights should be taken away. The man's rights should be taken away, and the woman's rights should be up enforced to have an abortion. But instead, most of these laws nowadays, Chris, do not want the taxpayers, quote unquote, to pay or to be punished for a rapist to allow his child to be born. That's just downright wrong, plain and simple. Question, fat fingers. That is the question. Question, fat. Look. So, anyways, I better get going because I got things to do tonight. So, tomorrow is going to be probably a 1 hour session for spreadsheets, and then maybe longer depending on how fast I can get the other smaller ones done again, because then I can finish it up. Then I will be back to do totals. Tomorrow's food bank day for Chloe, so let her go to the food bank. She's going by the store to get my Saturday paper, and we're good to go. So, with that said, everyone, Higgins, I'll call you in the morning. Chris, I'll check in with you when I get up between 5 and 8 p.m. So if you're up that time, I will call you then. Higgins, I will do the same. In the meantime, I better basically go and deal with my beloved family, which called me, and I was an ass by basically getting, So with that said, please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions, like subscribe button. So it's fun, even for, even... please add and subscribe. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions, like subscribe buttons. So it's funny for your family, including your dogs, cats, your bunny, service dogs. Thanks for watching, and God bless you in everything you do.